We are on Potawatomi Native American hunting ground. And this is a creek. And they called themselves the Keepers of the Sacred Fire. The Potawatomis ate fish, deer, and elk. And they harvested corn, squash, beans. And they love to hunt birds. I've seen a lot of birds down here, right down here. And they kind of hang out in this little area. And then they play and come down in the water. So I know there's birds here.
One right there with the sunlight on it. See it? See the green leaf? It's a foot to the left of the green leaf. Oh, they're gathering.
Hear the songs of nature.
There's up there. There's one that is very well camouflaged. It has vertical bands of tan, brown, black.
What kind of fish were they?
Some of them are catfish.
Catfish? That little?
Oh, well. Others are bass.
Bass? The Potawatomis loved maple syrup, and their favorite thing was maple sugar. So we're giving Potawatomi hunting ground some maple syrup.
This attracts ants.
The Potawatomi were harvesters, and they gathered wild rice, berries, seeds, acorns. They ate acorns.
They grew and harvested.
And they used to.
Mice.
They're originally from Lower Michigan. The Potawatomi were originally from Lower Michigan, where they used to tap in the trees and get maple syrup. And then they ended up going to Wisconsin, then down to Indiana, and then central Illinois. Yes, sir. When do you want to give them their tools? My friend has... How old are they? My friend has Native American tools that were scrapers that we would like to offer to the Potawatomi. How old are they?
600 years. One of which is a trade item made of obsidian that shows that they did travel and trade with other cultures.
So they like to trade with their tools. Is this the one that's lava?
Yes, obsidian.
Obsidian?
Which to this day yields some of the sharpest edges known to anybody. Some surgeons use it.
Apparently surgeons can use this kind of rock because it gets sharp.
Would you like to watch the companion slit his wrist with that?
Here's an example of how well it cuts. Or he's taking the leaves off right now. That's pretty good. And then this scraper is made out of
Probably chert. A flint-like substance.
grained food, cut meat. Get some sap out of trees.
The grinders are round, smooth. These are scrapers and cutters.
So we got through the spider web.
We cut our way through.
This property is off limits to the public, and so you can see here there's a road, but you can't see any tracks and it's overgrown. Nobody drives back here. So the Native Americans used to walk through all this. Look. Holy moly! And there are a lot. That's some kind of bug. There's a lot of spider webs. And you can see where the trail turns, or the road. Oh yeah, they used to use branches like this one to do snare traps. But you know what? They used to live in wigwams. I hope we find a wigwam. And it's funny that you're talking about this branch for hunting, because there's a hunter's chair right here.
A stand.
Ooh, another spider web.
This is the magic wand for erasing spider
Okay, but
net.
wait a second. Is that animal marking?
But there's only one.
No, probably not. He's got some kind of thing going on over there.
Yeah, a hunting stand. You know, there's must be.
Whoa! What is that? It's like hanging, but it's not really part of the tree.
That's a vine. No, just one of the many kinds of vines. That,
Oh, it's a vine?
Yes. And out in this little area here, there must be some kind of vegetation that the deer would eat.
Oh, yeah.
Now those are balls from.
He's talking about these are mushrooms.
No, they are like
He's talking about
fallen items.
they're squishy, but I guess they're not mushrooms. Well, it's good enough hunting for people still hunt today. And there's some kind of flower. I've been seeing these. Do you know what kind of flower that is?
I don't have the name.
And they are pretty.
They definitely attract the bees.
What kind of berries do you think would grow out here? Look at that. That's insane. There's a whole layer of bushes high up. These are high up on the trees. What kind of berries do they eat? Acorn.
There you go. Green acorns that can be ground up into a flower.
Where do you see it?
Right there.
You could grind it up for what? Flour. Acorn flour. There's acorns everywhere. Oh yeah, look at that. There's some more of these vines coming right down the trees. I can't really capture these spider webs on camera, but there's a lot of them. And we have a spider. Okay, you take care of that business. There's a web all the way across the... And it's probably that spider's, so I feel bad. But apparently it's a really strong web. Well, we'll be able to find our way home because we're walking on a road. But I would think that if there wasn't this road, we would probably get lost.
There's a tree.
So the Potawatomi got to live like this while the early settlers started making, what do you call them, fields? Started farming.
Mm-hmm. But the Potawatomi also were gatherers and growers.
The Potawatomi farmed corn,
Mm-hmm.
which there's overabundance of corn out here because we're, I guess you could say we're outside of Chicago suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Minooka, Illinois.
Heartland of America.
Not a lot of people know about this property, but it is here.
Get your phone so I can spray your neck. You're not going to get bug bites on there.
There's some fallen trees. There's a lot of fallen trees. Looks like there's a little bit of water that comes through here. This looks like there's water that comes down here sometime. Oh yeah, and there's moss. I don't know if every state in the United States has moss, but they do here.
Look at the vines, the fresh vines growing up the trees.
Yeah, it's so pretty. All this stuff is way up on the trees. This is not on the ground.
It's because the deer munch up to head high.
Oh, they do? There's some kind of wasp.
Come to this side.
Where the wasp is.
That's a spider web. Peacefully in the wasp will love to be.
Ted likes to catch wild asparagus, so he's used to going around and harvesting himself. I don't know if there's asparagus out here. Does it look like the right foliage for asparagus?
It's hard. I don't see any seeded. Now
Oh,
they'd be in
yeah,
bushes
right.
Like this now.
Yeah, that's true. We don't see any seeded bushes where they would. The bushes would be probably as tall as you, like around 6 foot maybe. But they're very bushy.
The seeds are often distributed.
Look at how high these bushes are.
No, they're distributed by birds. The birds at times roost.
Can you look at the back
on
of my leg, please?
Oh, you've got the metals type things on.
Please.
Attaching to you. These.
Oh.
You know, you could put a picture. That's a way that they spread their seeds. But they're all little thistles.
They spread their seeds because they get attached to things, like my leg.
Yeah. And
they're pretty sticky and hard because I feel a bunch on the back of my leg.
Yeah. Will they come off with a scraper?
Yeah, scrape that.
Yeah. this is a scene that will be repeated. We'll find a better way later.
Okay, so that's how the seeds spread.
Most every forest seed has their own method of spreading. I mean, look how pretty this is. They're like false. No, here. It's like false ferns, but it's just the seed areas.
Right. See how tall that bush is? That's how tall they are all the way around us. Well, some are lower, but for the most part.
Milkweed to
this is a nice little area. What do wigwams look like out here? What would they look like nowadays? They would just be a mound? Would they be collapsed?
You might see a rounded out, perfectly circular area from smoke and
yeah, you would
fires.
see a camping area with some kind of markings where a wigwam might have been.
But, and all likely in a artifact, probably, taken and destructed, in the last century. Yeah, looky. This is there. Get the cover that shows the black part. Okay, that is a black walnut. Okay, and it turns from green.
Black walnut.
That's what that is. Here. Oops.
Whoops. We're using a Native American scraper to do this.
The cover, ends up shriveling up to a tight black. And then here is where the nut is.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon to eat.
Too soon to eat.
Yeah. Okay, so
that was probably nibbled on by a squirrel.
The Potawatomi love tobacco, so I'm gonna break this up, but I'm gonna take the filter part. But there is some tobacco. Unfortunately, it has chemicals in it, but I'm trying to do my best. Ooh, it looks like we're getting to a different area.
Bending the road. Opening in the tree canopy.
And we have something right here.
That is another black walnut.
It's a black walnut.
Go ahead, step on it and see what
It's hard. It's hard as a rock.
Yes. And looky here. These I believe that those they mimic strawberry plants, but they're not.
Those are berries. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yes, it's just that, it says something about segregation and its benefits where birds of a feather flock together, as do plants.
Plants of a leaf plants of a leaf grow together.
And, one grows and they plant the seeds and look at the hope that they get.
Wow.
Last year's harvest.
Oh.
And Let's count them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, there's an easy dozen black walnuts here.
That's what I was in the middle of a spider web.
One spider web.
That's why I said what's in my hair. It was the spider web.
These are elm leaves that, if I recall, just, you know, Velcro-y enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it's
Oh, yeah.
not smooth, but perhaps that's...
Some would stick it to it. I can feel it.
Perhaps why the spiders are attaching
Oh,
their webs to them.
the spiders like those kinds of leaves.
Yes, and then the other insects come in to out the plants. Oops. Down came a spider.
We'll have a clear exit because we cleared all these. There's some kind of rock. This is literally a rock.
Flagstone. Wow.
It's huge. What did they use this for? Someone bring it here.
They probably, as we've seen other areas with the broken up rocks, it's probably a vantage point to see something, and you know, that's neat.
It might be a point to look out and see something, but I think this is cool, and it really is a rock. It's not cement.
Like Utah, Idaho.
It was a welcoming gift.
There you go.
But yeah, there's walnuts, all black walnuts all over.
The trunks get decayed on the inside, and then when the wind blows, they snap.
Oh, what is this thing on the tree?
What is the thing on the tree?
This weird looking
there
knot.
are all kinds of fungus that grow
it's
on
fungus.
them. Fungus being a type of mushroom.
Now, the greenery starts to grow down because now you can actually see the road. And then back here, there's a mystery shed.
Oh, look, this would be from a ground crab, or, you know, a series of insects that munch up the earth and kick it out so that they don't drown and they have protection. And see the
so one
spider
right here,
leaf?
one over there, one right here, and then this one.
There.
Whoa, that's pretty.
And it's odd that there aren't oddities. Everything's in bunches. Okay? And look, the water and rain has at times washed away the dirt on some of the shallow, you know, roots. And you know, the root areas of a lot of the trees are like the same diameter or bigger than the crowns.
Oh, look, there's...
Show the tree next to it. The tree that is bare right in front.
Yes, this tree is bare. There are no bark.
Stripped off.
There's no bark on that tree because the bark is on the ground.
Yes, and it's probably
Done on
oak.
purpose.
No. That's me.
Trees do this? Whoa. This is real neat.
And under this, there should be ants and stuff. Look, this has been down for a long
That's
time.
crazy. There is no bark all the way up here.
But look how you can tell that it's been down for a long time.
How do you know it's been down for a long time?
Look at the pointer. There's moss growing underneath it.
Oh.
And
Termites or...
no, these are just ants here right
Oh,
now.
wow. You can see where there's little tiny holes.
And this side has been up, and this side has been down. And yes, right there is somebody's house.
Oh, the ant's house.
And we will put that back down. These are not like a birch that can be stripped and used to make canoes because they break.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Up at the like a blanket spider web. Do you see?
Yeah, I wish I could get this on camera right, but there's a spider web there. It's huge and it's like this.
So it tumbles things down to a central branch on the ground.
Ted, look at that spider web.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be careful with her.
Yes,
Ted's got
the pattern of it. Oh gosh, those are they're just intriguing. Okay. And from what we've seen, the spider web material is up there in strength with nylon.
Oh, look. There's a bird's feather stuck to the wall. But like Ted said, there was probably mice coming out of the bottom of this door or some kind of animal.
But look, along the eaves here.
Whoa, look at all those spider webs.
Spider webs waiting for things to fall down. Okay. And there's no need to throw spiders outdoors here because this is outdoors here. And I am dangerously close to a web that I will leave.
Do you need me to hold that feather?
Those? Yeah. Go ahead. Did you hear that?
It was not recording.
Thank you.
It was not. It wasn't recording. I told Ted thank you. But you know what? This bark is real neat, but it's so frail. You go to pick it up, and I don't think you could make much out of this. I'm not even sure if you could weave.
You could use it in your garden as some boundary mulch, you know, to keep one area from the other. And let's see. Okay. And sometimes items like this in the dwellings, which would be maybe 5 young saplings coming up, that they would pack the areas with sheet bark so that the water would run off.
Oh, wow. They would use this to kind of like shingles
Yeah.
so that the water would roll off some of this bark that naturally comes off the trees. Now, this is what we were talking about with the chain, which would have gone somewhere over here.
Before and after.
This is what it looks like before.
Right at the tip.
Now, the Potawatomi love to pick on trees, so we're not doing anything they wouldn't have done.
Look at this.
That's insane. It just comes off in a whole sheet.
Yeah. I am just going to do enough to open it.
Wow.
Okay. And that's the after.
Right, that's what happened. That's why all that bark was on the ground, because
And something will nibble on the bottom, and then the wind, blows into it, or else it just drops. And look, over there's another grouping of the beautifully flowered items that are waiting to distribute.
Why do trees do this?
Split like that?
Yeah, and grow.
That is because something broke off a limb and it didn't seal. And weather and insects go into the area that, show the comparison. Big wound.
Big wound.
Little wound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's from when a branch breaks off and then it just grows around it?
Yes, exactly.
That's insane.
And those make perfect homes for bees and chipmunks and squirrels and a variety of insects. And look at the vine going all the way up. See, in nature, many items compete for sunlight.
Oh, wow.
And that is why many of the forests have like an even canopy.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was real even.
We got one coming up here.
Look, here's some more bark.
Yeah, this is a couple oak trees that have exceeded the canopy of the other trees. And
Is this made on purpose? That looks like an animal dug a hole in the tree.
Probably is also a couple big roots converging. See, these are roots coming out.
Right.
And that's a root coming out. And
Right, that's
the
true.
weak spot is where they converge. Items like, oh, that vine is so neat.
I know, I was looking at it and it's such a nice color. It goes all the way.
Yeah,
This vine goes
These
all
are like
the way down. But he said they're competing for sunlight, so. And he said that's one reason why when I said, oh, this is high up, everything is. It was even.
Squirrels can run up and down those things.
What?
And
Squirrels can go on those?
Oh, absolutely. Upside down,
Look.
downside up.
Is this a piece of one?
What happens if
No,
they are
it's
being
branch.
chased by a coyote or something?
Ooh.
The coyote can't climb.
So the vines.
Yeah, But
We got a lot
if it
more
were
bark.
a wildcat or a bobcat, those climb real well. They could go
Ooh,
up behind.
nasty spider. Spider. But we're going to walk past that. Look, they're all little pieces of bark.
Yeah. Look, and we've got a recent break here. You can tell because there are leaves on it.
A recent
that
break.
Are browned. So it probably happened this year. And in the distance is our first evergreens.
Oh, yeah.
Which the evergreens are a great part and help for the Potawatomi and others, because if you've ever touched one, it's sticky.
The evergreen trees?
The sap.
Oh, the sap. And they did love tree sap. They would tap them trees.
Well, on these ones, they would tap them and use the sap or tar to seal the layers of their canoes.
Oh, wow. They used the sap to coat the canoes.
And some of them also found their way around the hand-thrown clay pottery that they would coat the inside, and it became waterproof so they could boil.
Waterproof the bowls to hold water with sap. They use tree sap to waterproof.
And then ultimately they had a cooking container.
So Ted said these brown leaves are proof that this branch had just broken off this year, or there would be no leaves. But there has been a lot of storms this year.
Yeah.
There was a lot of rainstorms, a lot of windstorms.
And we are happy to see and happy to let be a bumble type, insect that is spreading pollen where it wants to. You with me? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm going to
Oh, look at these. Look at these.
give some more tobacco. I took the filter off. What is it?
They are wild daisies.
Oh, wow.
They're not black, so they're not black-eyed Susan, but they're wild daisies with a ladybug on it. See the ladybug? In the middle, at the end, it just, it must be on the ground, but take a picture of it head on. These are amazing plants. Okay? We will see real live. Ooh. That I don't know the name of.
You can't eat these flowers?
I wouldn't, but looky over there. Wild black-eyed Susans.
Black-eyed Susan.
Yeah, because they got the black eye in the middle.
Okay.
Hold on.
So it went from an even foliage to now we got flowers and trees growing all kinds of lengths.
And what would describe this area?
Wildflowers.
And how do you think they became wildflowers? Because there are no trees for 100-foot diameter.
Oh, wow.
That is allowing the sunlight to
Make flowers.
And those are a type of cattail water plant that is seasonally drying out right now.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's the only plant drying out.
Yes, and if we had a little ridge, the truffle are always at the very highest spot of an area.
I mean, this stuff's taller than me.
Yeah.
And these are beautiful.
They are. They're just outstanding. Let's forage further. And what the heck is this?
Whoa, now there is a wasp.
I think that does something or other crap in the woods.
Oh, no. Somebody used the restroom out here.
Oh, don't step in it. Oh, this is so beautiful. And you...
Now, I need a picture of this.
Yeah.
That is so pretty. What's going on?
Ooh, no, we're just going this way.
Ted is an expert at
Everything.
plants, flowers.
Everything.
Well, yeah. He collects a lot of Native American artifacts.
And other continents.
Yeah, other continents too.
A lot of items similar to this are European Ice Age from about 50,000 years ago. Okay. After time, the clear flint will absorb ground minerals and stuff and change their colors.
So he's bringing some Native American scraper tools from other areas in the world that are not Potawatomi, but
quite likely were gathered by Indian tribes along the Dakotas.
oh wow, that is so pretty.
Yeah.
Do you see the water?
Yes.
It's all water. Now the Potawatomis loved water. They used to hang out by the Great Lakes.
Okay, watch this one here.
Some kind of thing. I wish I could reach to get how pretty that water is. And the trail finally thins out so we can walk without fear. Without fear. And there are plants growing on the water.
I'm trying to find a photograph of
Right here. Hey, it sounded like an Indian. I heard something.
Why don't you picture from here?
Did you hear that Native American sound? This is the water. And this, well, there's a creek, but this is the still side. The creek's on all the way on the other end of the beginning
look
trail.
at the size of the tent worm caterpillar houses there on the left.
Oh my gosh, those are caterpillar houses?
Yes, they are also, with the many leaves that are shedding right now, there will be bugs that had been residing on them, and they float right down into the caterpillar tents.
Oh wow. They catch bugs to feed their babies. And look, right here, the water's real still.
Yeah.
But right around down here, there's a current. There's a current being made.
This is deeper,
Oh, it's deeper?
and over there
It's more shallow?
it's shallower.
Oh, okay.
But look at all of the wonderful, wonderful trees, aquatic things.
Yeah, it's
and
aquatic for sure.
some brave ones are out there on their own, 10 feet further than any other item. That's neat. And something just made a splash down there. You
Well,
could have seen the rings.
Ted said that there is catfish, bass in this water.
Minnows. I can't think of the name of the more common name, but I will. No, it's wonderful here. And it's probably 15 degrees cooler.
Oh, yeah.
And it will be soon.
It's cooler in here than it actually is by where we parked. I mean, right now this is nice, but when we parked, it was more. We're a lot warmer when we parked than walking through the woods. But the truth is, when you walk through the woods, it will always be cooler. Ted.
Yep.
Looks like somebody can actually go down the water right here.
Okay.
And it must be nice being Ted, because I got all these seeds trying to make flowers, and his pants are clear. What is that?
Watch out for the 3-leafed. The 5-leaf are fine. See the perfect shape?
Whoa. The 5-leaf are fine?
Yeah.
But stay away from the 3-leaf.
Yeah. Poison ivy, poison ivy.
Well, my ankles are showing, so.
Don't wipe the bottoms of your feet off with your hands. Or just rub them off in the grass.
And there's a nice little flat cleared area. I mean, I know there's some green, but it's actually pretty flat. Livable.
And look at the tall grass of a different variety in the background. You want me to walk out there and focus it for you, or can you see it 10 feet beyond the downed branch?
Yeah.
Straight there. Okay.
Right.
That's neat.
This.
I gotta get my golden books out to identify some of these. And, occasionally...
He is carrying seeds right now.
Okay.
Watch, and they are sticky. It's like Velcro.
They only generally in one layer. I've seen, these are the wild grasses that are back there.
Wild grass. And it's real nice. And they're high. They grow high, and they're whiter than regular grass.
Yeah.
They're whiter. And they're spiral.
They do this. I have seen several and tested.
Ted.
Amazing. Send a photo of those. I want a photo of that. Those are the mystery lilies that showed up in my yard, in my neighbor's yard.
Wow.
Unbelievable. They just showed up. And, about 20 of them in my yard, which are now in bloom, all of them. It weirds me. Okay. I have seen and touched several plants along the way that could be sensitive plants.
This is still a road. There's actually tracks.
Yeah.
So somebody used to come all the way back here.
Daddy long legs.
Here's some where the bark came off.
Uh-huh.
And it's doing its own thing.
And one has to...
Whoa!
Look at the knot.
Yeah. And it goes all the way up.
Gnarled.
This tree goes all the way up.
Yeah, that is the prized area.
Hey, what is this,
for
Ted?
Bowl carvers. Oh, that is
And the tree, this tree is kind of browning
it is
for some reason.
a chestnut. That's what those are.
A chestnut.
Uh-huh.
So they were eating a lot of nuts out here because we've seen 3 kinds already.
Acorns and black walnuts and chestnuts. Whoa! Dad, be careful, man. Look.
It's not showing up on camera, but there is a whole sheet of spiderweb. It's gigantic. Yeah, you can't use a little stick for that one.
It's off to the side.
And we're still on the water. There's water back there.
More.
Well, spiders protect the property, that's for sure. You know, I got a spider web in my hair and it felt like something was clawing at it.
No, it was. But your companion protected you.
Yeah, he took it out of my hair.
Oh, gosh. Isn't that one of
That was,
life's models?
whoops.
To keep people out of your hair. Some people are that. Not digging, I'm just barely picking things.
I need to find my feather.
Okay, we'll go to the clearing up there, and we.
Ted is the savior. He gets to go first.
Look at here. Why is that maple leaf hanging in the middle? Can you photograph that up close?
Oh.
Is it an anti-gravity?
It's on a spider web.
Or is it in a spider web?
It's in a spider web. Ted's in training to be a pest guy.
A pesticide?
Pest guy, whatever they call him.
Oh.
And we're still by water. That's all water down there. And this slopes real nice into a shallow area. It looks like they had a lot of easy access to the water. It's not a lot of cliffs. Not over here by the busy creek. There's some ledges and cliffs, but
symbolic of life's journey, life's path. That would teach you in transitioning from one area to others. And I am doing my circular Indian dance because
looking for a stick.
a spider web going across here.
We're trying to get through the spider webs. And Ted has so much attention to detail that he'll see anything a mile away. That's how he can see all these plants and nuts, is because he sees detail.
I do.
And why is all this grass dead?
Why is the grass dead. Two reasons. Possibly because it's
Whoa,
run
the
its
spiders
course.
on it. It's huge.
Run its course, or else
He's being nice about the spider web.
other deer-like animals have bedded down in the area.
Oh yeah, that's true. This is probably where animals sleep, because a lot of times where I see flat land, something's been squished down. It is in this shape, and it was because of a deer.
Right to your left, look at the striation of the plant. You know, green on the edge and yellow down the center.
Right.
And we are...
Whoa, now this is pretty.
Turn around.
Yeah, we're going to have to turn around soon because I left my feather. Now this is just so pretty. Look at all this water. And then we got some piece of wood.
Broken up tree trunk stump with the darker areas show that the wood is softer and it absorbs water. And
Darker areas.
that would be areas where
They're wet
bugs would dig
and
into.
bugs.
Okay. But that one itself is just remarkable. If you could take a picture of this, that's close enough.
And we got some crazy vines.
The forked vertical stump, the same fallen trunk.
There is a lot of branches and trees that cover these grounds. More over here. When we first started the trail, you know, the foliage was so thick.
Looky, right there. You see it?
Get it.
Right there. No, don't get it. Oh, come on. That is a spirit saying maybe this is the place to put...
Yes, you better.
I will place... Put it in my hand.
We found a spirit.
And the spirit will be rewarded with
I don't have
maple syrup and
Yeah.
a scraper. What does that sound?
We're gonna gift a scraper and maple syrup
Okay.
for this
By
spirit.
its home. Okay. Got it?
Yeah, open your hand.
It'll jump. Are you ready?
Yeah, it's okay.
See, it's my friend now. Oh!
Oh, wow.
I hit
Good
it
job.
twice.
We're gonna donate. We're gonna gift
Right here.
a Native American scraper. Authentic.
Same place?
Yes. And maple syrup, because the Potawatomi love maple syrup, and especially maple sugar.
We have just enough for our next.
That sounds like a bird. What kind of beetle is this?
Oh, I don't see a beetle. I don't see a beetle. Oh, I don't know the name. I've seen them twice before. Once was in my garden, and another time was at Starved Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, little wildlife out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Bye, beetle.
Yeah. Some of these guys go from one area to the other.
Wow, that's cool.
Uh-huh. Vines and kind of seed pod. Whether it's for insects, I don't know. And if anybody would help me and identify these, they look like sensitive plants, but they don't close. You know, a sensitive plant, when you touch it, they close up.
Oh, wow.
So if anybody can identify that, please help. Oh, and there's tons of it here. But again, there is no feather, and they are not closing.
Here's a perfect picture, too, of one of them open. I feel peaceful. I don't feel anything funny in the energy out here. Oh, holy cow, it scared me.
These are wonderful little flowers. Is that wild clover? I think it is. I think it's wild clover.
Wow, it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're all clovers.
Yeah. Raise the spirits, or we could let you just simply have that one.
No, I got the ones you gave me from Africa. This is a lava obsidian. Is that what it's called?
It's either volcanic or there is a possibility that it's very old flint.
Volcanic or old flint. But basically this is handmade.
Absolutely, and they knew the stones to get and how to flake them to sharp
This is
edges.
what the outside would have looked like.
Absolutely.
And then this is actually the inside.
Mm-hmm. And
this was a scraper tool.
Can I cut your wrist to show how sharp it gets?
No.
No,
but,
okay.
But
I won't then.
This could definitely cause injury if they did.
And they could also
We're gonna
prepare
gift this because I lost a
few
hawk feather.
Okay.
Ted put some maple syrup, and over here I dropped off some tobacco without a filter.
Patience rules. When it's time to come back, the feather may manifest itself, or it may the path towards others.
Nobody else is gonna walk back here.
Look on the left edge, which we didn't do. And let me see if there is. Ooh, look at that. A
Whoa.
guardian. Uh-huh. Let me see. Is there a mounting the spider, sit down beside her? Looky. Off to the right. There's a possum in there.
Will they bite me?
This one won't.
Come over here, please, so I can get on camera.
Can you see it? They're hiding right at the edge.
There's an opossum in there.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
I did get it. It's in the shadow, but you can kind of see its face.
Yeah. Just clip it and clip a photo and say it's there. Okay? Yeah. And we will say good job of hiding.
We got some
Lichen.
mushrooms. Mushrooms. Oh my gosh, I found an arrowhead, but it's not Native American.
The hell?
But we did find an arrowhead.
That is.
So we've seen this a lot. It's hard to tell, but there's all these mounds where some kind of animal or something, you know, these mounds.
Look, and there goes another one of the green bugs.
Oh, really?
Oh, see it going?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That thing's fast.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Can't really see it. They're all over. And it's by the hunting area.
Ooh, I got dizzy doing that.
I didn't even get it on camera.
I'm sorry, I got dizzy doing that.
Oh.
Water is just something that is part of the journey. It is not a defining moment. It's not a challenge. The bank the same way. You point out that life can be tangled, but if you use the entanglements to